Hello everyone, this weekend's boxing part 2, show in, I think it's in Riyadh. Is it in Riyadh? I think it is. Canelo, Skull. I'm most looking forward to Bakole, Jaguar actually. I think that's a really good fight. So that pretty much is this weekend's boxing. There's a show in the UK, we'll go through that. That's at your call, if anyone wanted to watch live boxing. But I guess we will start in Riyadh. And I'm just trying to get up the scheduling for the show. I think it's in early hours of the morning job, which is a bit sad because I won't be able to watch it. I'm boxing 2 weeks. And I do start to stay up later, but I will not be staying until 6 a.m. We'll start at the main event, Saul Alvarez against William Skull. Now, Canelo hasn't fought a fellow with a losing record since 2008. To put that into perspective, purely for myself, I just left school and I am now a 33-year-old man. So he hasn't lost, that was a split decision as well, 5-17-2, Francisco Valenzuela, who ended up 15-37. So, man. But anyway, since then, he has wins over Jose Cotto, Carlos Baldemir, former welterweight world champion, Love Moreno, Matthew Watson, Ryan Rose, Alfonso Gomez, Kermit Cintron, Shane Mosley, Austin Trout, Angulo, Lara, Kirkland, Cotto, Carnes, Smith, Chavez, Golovkin, Fielding, Jacobs, Kovalev, Smith, Yildirim, Saunders, Plant, Golovkin again, Ryder, Charlo, Munguia and Balanga, as well as losses to Mayweather and Bivol. So I'm having 2 minutes, yeah? Time to get them pads as well, please. We're off to open workout today for Joe Aiden on the GBM show. So yeah, he's a modern great. He's an all-time great, isn't he, really? He faces William Skull, who is probably best known for sparring Conor Benn, as well as being IBF World Super Middleweight champion, He beat Vladimir Shishkin for the title. Now, Vladimir Shishkin 16-1, who has one name I'm familiar with, Jose Uzcategui. That's not how you say his name. I know it's not. Who was past his best, but was a good fighter back in the day. This shouldn't be competitive. I'm sure Skull's well skilled. You know, he's Cuban, 6 foot. I'm sure he's a very good fighter, but this is not about being very good. This is the highest level of the sport. What the fuck? That's why my phone's not charging. This is the highest level of the sport, and Skull, even though he's world champion, I think he's going to be well out of his depth. Next, the most intriguing fight, the undercard for me, is Bakole, Ajagba. Bakole obviously sort of got flattened by Parker. Before that, he was becoming the avoided one, the heir to the throne, the man to beat Usyk. Wins over Yoka, Takam and Anderson, Kuzman. I've sparred him, he's the real deal, he's really good. He's fluent, he's strong, he can punch, he's fast, he's ginormous, he's got everything. The Parker fight, I'm happy to put a line through for now. Weighing at 22 stone 2, so I'm happy to put a line through that. But Ajagba's good, and if I was to pick a style to beat Bakole, this would be it. A good puncher, sharp and long. Ajagba with the loss to Sanchez, wins over Kosobutsky, Shaw and Vianello. Ajagba's good. I can see this going one of two ways. Bakole never looks fit, and I don't think he's ever as fit as he could be, to be honest. But I think Bakole will win, but a Jaguar in 1 or 2 wouldn't surprise me. If I'm a Jaguar, I'm just going to go out and let my shots go from the get-go. I'm just going to let them go. Bakole, I'm just going to let them fly. After the Parker fight, Bakole eases into things. He can be it. If I'm a Jaguar, I'm having to go early. I think a Jaguar can win in 1 or 2, and if he doesn't, he gets stopped. We've got Munguia against Srirachi. Srirachi beat Munguia last time. There was nothing prior to the Munguia win that would give you any confidence Srirachi would beat a Munguia or anyone else at the highest level. He had one win over a 11-0 fella in France for the EBU silver title. He then went and beat Munguia, probably the shock of the year. Munguia should be winning, but Munguia's 46 fights deep, and that can take a lot out of you. That's 46 fights. It's a lot of fights. So, has he come to the end of his tether? Was it a freak result? I'm not sure. I'm not really an expert on the boxing abroad, to be honest. If I had to make a pick, I'd probably go Munguia, probably right the wrong from last time, and probably win on points. Then we've got Bador Jack against, I just tried to pronounce Bador Jack and his opponent at the same time, against a fella called, I know him as Noel McKaylian, that's how I would know him. Box going down as Nare, yeah, they have him down as something else. But he's very, very good. I think he'll beat Bador Jack. I expect him to beat Bador Jack. He's only got losses to Vladarchik and Bradis. Bradis, one of the most underrated fighters of the last ever, to be honest. Bradis, exceptional fighter. He stopped Maccabi in 3 rounds last time. The only worry is that was 18 months ago. We saw William Smith time out of the ring. Same with Garcia and Haney last night, which we'll get into tomorrow. That timeout's a killer. But by the same token, Bador Jack's been out 2 years, over 2 years as well. I don't think Bador Jack at his age, the timeout is just going to absolutely, really, really going to pay the price for that, I think. And I think Bador Jack may get stopped. Next, Riatpur up at heavyweight against Kevin Espindola. Espindola's really good, actually. I really enjoyed watching Espindola. He boxed Fraser Clark. Pulled out with a bad shoulder, I think, a bad hand. He can fight, took his time with the distance. He will take Riatpur the distance, but Riatpur at heavyweight is a very interesting one. Riatpur is a very interesting one. And he's probably made me move down an extra place in the rankings. He has. Nice one. Yeah, Riatpur's good, but I don't think he'll stop Espindola. Rest of the card, Marco Verdi, Olympic silver medalist, I think. I will check, though. Yeah, silver medalist. Very good. The Japanese fellow last night, top amateur, his opponent was good. Will Michel Galvin Polina be half as good as his opponent? On paper, probably not. Mohamed Alikel, I think, boxed on the same show as me when I boxed Fisher the first time. He did. He fights Alexander Morales. He will win. And finish up the card, Brian Leon, 6-0, 6 stoppages against Aaron Rocha Guerrero, 11-3-1. Could be a really good fight, actually. So that is tonight's boxing predictions. Mikhailian to stop Bador Jack. Munguia points. Riatpur points. Yeah, them 3. I think Ajagba could stop Bakole early, but if he doesn't, he'll probably get stopped late.